opportunity to thank the Honorable Permanent President, Sir, Amity University, and its stakeholders for hosting closely, cooperating with Group Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, and to make this meeting successful and a fruitful collaboration for both the universities. With this, I will request the audience with a huge round of applause, please, to welcome the guests. To quickly introduce the esteemed delegation, we have here with us Professor Deborah King, the Director, Bachelor of Science, Advanced Honors, and Professor Mathematics and Statistics. We also have with us Professor Andrew Dunan, Director of Bachelor of Science, Professor Ross Gare, Director, School of Agriculture, Food and Ecosystem Sciences, and needless to mention, one of the pivotal person, Ms. Juhi Ahmed, Strategic Advisor, India Strategy and Engagement. I once again welcome to the esteemed delegation here at Amity University. Now I hereby invite our Group Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, who has played a pivotal role in the partnership of both the universities. A huge round of applause, please.
It's such a historical day when we are welcoming our friends from University of Melbourne. I think that we have been discussing in the past on the number of initiatives which we have to take with this initiative, but very warm welcome to each one of you. On behalf of our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, who is watching you live, our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, our other Chancellor, Dr. Aseem Chauhan, Board of Trustees, on my own behalf as a Group Vice Chancellor, Dr. Silva Murthy, who's a very senior scientist of India. We say the number one scientist who has been guiding all the scientific innovations. We have got 13 universities, we have 13 Vice Chancellors. So on behalf of all Vice Chancellors, very senior people who are sitting here. We can see additional pro, we see Dr. Sunil Khatri, who is sitting here. Very important people, senior deans, persons who are here, quite a few people who have played very pivotal role. Dr. Meghna is there, Dr. Shweta, Dr. Lakhattar, Dr. Pandey, and all others who are sitting here who have been to Australia. We welcome you all. It's a matter of pride for us. Give a huge applause to Professor Deborah King, who's a Director of Bachelor of Science, Advanced Honors, and also a Professor of Mathematics and Statistics. Also, Professor Andrew, Director of the Bachelor of Science. Give a huge applause to Professor Andrew. Professor Rosgal, who's from the School of Agriculture, and our good friend, Ms. Juhi Ahmed, whom we met number of times, especially last week when she was at the Australian India Center. And also a number of friends from Australia to whom we are sending summary and who are quite behind the hard work which the teams have done from both the sides. I'll just give an overview of about Amity University and where we are in this partnership. And during the discussions today and tomorrow, we will explore the new areas where we are focusing on. So once again, very, very formal welcome to all of you. These are the photographs of last week where the discussions are taking place. That is your Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Adrian Little, whom we know as a very fine academic leader, and Professor Ashok Kumar, who was here. And then we were able to discuss and finally sign the MOU for the dual degree programs in the area of BSc and BTech. And today we will be exploring that how we can further strengthen this agreement. Right now, the stage is that we have an agreement, which is a dual degree agreement in BSc Advanced Honors. And during your visit, we will be introducing you to the key people who are coordinating the programs. Quite a few of them you already know. You had discussions with Dr. Meghna. You had discussions with Dr. Shweta, who was there in Melbourne. Dr. Khattar, who's the head of our business school, Dr. Pandey, whom you have not met in the previous discussion. Dr. Garima was representing, but then he will also be there to have discussions. But also senior leadership will also be interacting with you. Dr. Balwinder Shukla, who's the vice chancellor of this university, she will be. I'm sure that she will be joining soon, along with Dr. Khatri, who is now our additional pro vice chancellor academics, and also very senior people who will be teaching in this program. For example, we have got Professor Sunita Ratan, we have got Dr. Seema Bhatnagar, we have got very senior people from engineering and also from agriculture sciences who will be teaching mathematics, physics, and other areas. So all of them, you will get a chance. We'll also give you a round of these departments so that you can see yourself that what they are doing. Many of them, they are conducting their classes, but then we will be going to these departments so that you can see that how we are operating, how our academics, they teach, what is our strength, how is our research, but we will be giving you an overview through this presentation. Also, we will be having further discussions on agriculture sciences and management. For agriculture sciences, Dr. Nutan Koshik, we have fixed your meetings for tomorrow. She will be having one-to-one discussions with you that how we can strengthen this area. Also, in the area of management, we will be looking at that how we can. Dr. Shukla, please be there. Yeah, Dr. Shukla, you are there. Yeah. Then we will also look at the dual degree pathways in management sciences, agriculture sciences, engineering, and then India immersion program about which I was talking. I think that this is a wonderful opportunity to look at that how we can further strengthen this area. As I was saying, that Australian students, once they are the part of our ecosystem, they really love it. So as Ms. Ahmed was saying, that seeing is believing. That last time about 300 students were there from Australia, and this was the first time that 300 students came. And these kind of projects, comparing old Delhi with new Delhi, taking them to Microsoft, taking them to Infosys, taking them to TCS, taking them to Agra and Jaipur also, comparison between theater, music. I think they loved it. So we like to develop this program with you. And Admiral Bhatnagar, who is running this program along with Dr. Pratik Deka, we would love to develop it. He's sitting next to you. So maybe that we would love to see this program further developing. Miss Preeti, Miss Himani, who played a very important role in developing this program, they will also be interacting with you. We will also look at industry internship projects. I know that Australian students, they do their compulsory project in November, December. So we will see that whether we will be able to create some good research projects for Australian students. Similarly, our students would love to do similar kind of projects with you. Just to give you an overview of MIT University, MIT University is a brainchild of our fatherly figure, Dr. Chauhan, who works day and night, whichever part of the world he is, even today. He's somewhere, but then he is watching this online along with the key team, strategic team. He keeps on guiding, he keeps on giving the minutest details that how we should be able to further look at strengthening our relationships with the leading organizations and the industries across the globe. Overview of MIT: 250,000 students, 6,000 faculty and scientists. This is the only education group of India which has got 12 universities. To open up a university in India, you have to pass a special bill in both the houses of a state or in the parliament. And this is the only education group which has been able to do in the 12 states of the country. Noida, Gurugram, Greater Noida, Lucknow, Jaipur, Mumbai, Gwalior, Kolkata, Raipur, Ranchi, Patna, Mohali, Bengaluru, Hyderabad. We have got the full-fledged universities. 150 institutions and overseas universities. Again, the only education group which has been able to get a university status in London. We are at Bradford Square. So if you happen to be in UK, please visit us. We'll be very happy to host you. In Singapore, we have got a very good presence. So if you come out of the Orchard Road, you'll find a standalone building which is of MIT. We have got 175 acres campus in New York, in Long Island, where we are hosting another research conference, which is again focusing on research with the IEEE and with the NYU and Princeton. We are organizing another research conference in May, where myself and Dr. Shukla, who is the Vice Chancellor of this university, will also be present. We have got a full-fledged university in Dubai. We have got a campus in Abu Dhabi, in Sharjah, in Mauritius. We are amongst the very few foreign institutions which have got the degree awarding powers. We have strong presence in South Africa, Kenya, China, Amsterdam, San Francisco, and a university in Tashkent. 28 schools and preschools, 2,000 acres of campuses, 20 million square feet of buildings, and these are all greenfield projects. So you will find that we have got an entire construction team which keeps on working, looking at that how the lab should look like, how the innovation labs should look like, how we should be able to create best of the infrastructure for the students where they can interact with the technology. So it's a more technology, innovation, and research driven university. 400 programs covering almost 60 disciplines, highest number of patents this university has filed. And Dr. Silva Murthy, who's sitting on your left side, is a key man who has been able to help our scientists to grow. So when he joined, right, we were struggling, but then with his help, he is spearheading our all scientific innovations. About 2,400 patents, and one third of them they have been commercialized. He'll be talking in detail about it. Our management school, for where we are further exploring that what we can do together, they have got a distinction to be the international business school is the best in Asia. Our business school, MIT Business School, and MIT School of Business, they have been able to create more than 5,000 case studies, which are research based. And we are amongst the very few business schools of the world which are creating video cases. We are the largest partner of Case Center UK, and through them we are creating case centers jointly with the leading academics across the globe. 400 research projects, alumni across the world, and ranked number one private university of the country from the last 8 years. And this will give you an overview of the university right from the pre-nursery to K-12 schools to undergrad programs, postgraduate programs, PhD programs, postdoctoral programs, distance and online education where we are strong. I think someone was asking that how we are innovating on the online education. And it's an amazing story which I will like to share with you. Dr. Kalam, who again, like you, was a great scientist of India, and the first one as a scientist to was picked up to be the president of the country. So when he became the president of the country, the first delegation he took was not to any developed country, but to Africa. And he didn't take any industrialist, but he took 19 vice chancellors. So we were given a chance to travel with him. And when he spoke in Ethiopia, in Addis Ababa, in front of African Union, he said that I am going to gift Africa something which Africa is going to remember for years. People clapped for 3 minutes, presuming that president is going to announce billions of dollars. The next sentence was, but not a dollar to give. So people thought, what he's going to give? At that time, he said that I'm going to give satellite-based education, virtual education, and he called upon European Union chair that why don't you become a partner to India? He called up US, he called up all top universities that why don't you become a partner? And let's try to spread education and science in Africa. At the end of the day, European Union said that President, your views are great, but we feel Africa is not ready. Right. And he was very unusual president. He laughed. He laughed on the stage and said, okay. So people thought that the matter died up. Next day, 8 in the morning, the plane landed. 11:30, there was a meeting which was called where the Secretary Government of India was sitting along with all the people who were there. And the president said, I feel that this project can be implemented. Give me the fair opinion that whether it is you will be able to do it or it is difficult. Out of the 19 vice chancellors who were sitting there, 17 said it is very difficult. Africa is not ready. At that time, our founder, Dr. Chauhan, came out and said that if the country needs it, and if the president of India, who has got this vision that this needs to be implemented, we are going to implement it. We became the partner of Government of India, Ministry of External Affairs. And I remember those days, every week we used to go to Africa to implement this project. This project got implemented because of the leadership of our founder, Dr. Chauhan. 2,000 students was the target. 80,000 students became a part of this project. And after Prime Minister Modi came to the power, the only project which is in the e-sphere, which is being implemented, it's known as E-Shiksha Bharati. It is the project which we started up under the visionary leadership of our founder. So that is a speed, that is the way we work. And the first program which we prepared, it was not in English, it was in French language. So that is what is the values and ethics with which we work, and with that passion we work in this university. And when I came to University of Melbourne, and when the leadership asked me this question, that how you foresee that partnership between University of Melbourne and MIT is going to happen, we gave and we assured you this is not only going to be the strongest partnership where we are offering the programs, we will also be focusing on research, which is a backbone of this university. Mental health issues on which we work, satisfaction, behavioral science, social sciences, engineering, artificial intelligence, our labs. We are going to give you a round, and we will introduce you with some of our leading scientists. We want to work with you. We want to create joint projects with you. And we want that MIT, University of Melbourne, India and Australia, they should work together, and they should work together to become the superpowers. Citations and some of the leading citations, which also include QA and WASP. We are also in touch with the Australian High Commission in India and negotiating that, like WASP and QA, if the Indian qualifications can also be accepted in all the Australian education network also. So still discussions are on, but then these are the two accreditations on which we feel so proud. One is the WASP, which is South Asia's only university to be awarded the WASP USA accreditation for 8 years. This was not essential for us, but we still got it because we work very closely with some of the leading American universities. Rather, when I'm speaking from here, our chancellor is in USA, working with some of the Ivy Leagues. QA, where we work with large number of UK universities, and we have got the accreditation of both the universities. In terms of ranking, we know that you are number 13, but this is a very young university. We have a history of only 30 years. But in 30 years, if we can reach up to 3%, you can see that what is going to be our presence once we are more mature. But in terms of employability and research and international networking, we are amongst the top 1% universities of the country. In terms of internationalization, on which we feel so proud, largest number of Australian students we have been able to welcome, largest number of Indian students to Australia we have been able to send. Very good research in network we have been able to create. These are the latest US rankings. In terms of employability, IIT Delhi, IIC Bangalore, IIT Mumbai, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur. These are all government institutions, and the only private education group, MIT University, is amongst these 6 universities who have been able to create the most productive global graduates. While I'm speaking, there are 3 career fairs which are going. So one of our additional Pro VC, I think Dr. Shukla is busy there, right? So in one of the fairs, the other is also on the other fair. So I think that what we try to do is that we try that every day there is something or the other which we are jointly doing with the industry. Our focus is research, focus is industry, and focus is innovation. These are the rankings of our various institutions. Our engineering institution and Department of Science, with whom you will be interacting, number 1 department of the country in the private sphere. Management and agriculture sciences, about which we are exploring to work with you, the best in the country and amongst the best in Asia. Our School of Communication, School of Biotechnology, again the best in the country. I'm just giving you an overview so that you should know that how we benchmark our institutions. Are all campuses, they are US Green Building Council Platinum certified. This will just give you an overview that how our campuses look like. The campus you are sitting here, it's about 100 acres campus. This is a Lucknow campus. We call it as a White House, which is also come under the leadership of another chancellor, Dr. Asim Chauhan, who is a graduate of Wharton Business School. This is our Jaipur campus, 140 acres campus. This is our Gurgaon campus, which is again a 150 acres campus. This is our Gwalior campus. We call it Hollywood of India. It's on hills. You must go there. This is our Mumbai campus. This is our Raipur campus. This is our Kolkata University. This is our Ranchi campus. This is our Patna campus. This is our Mohali. If you go to Punjab, I think one of the most beautiful universities you will see on the way is MIT University. This is our Bangalore campus, a very high tech campus. And under the new education policy about which I was talking last week with all of you, I think that the mission of the Honorable Prime Minister of the country was to bring some of the leading brands to India. So MIT was the first one to bring a well-established brand, Hero Schools, to India. And this was not the 10,000 or 20,000 square feet area. So I think that when the discussion was going on with your leadership, the models were asked that how good is going to be the gift city model, or how good is going to be the model where the universities are coming and opening up a small campuses. So our view was that we would like to compliment everyone, but we still feel that unless you give world class labs to the students, you don't give infrastructure to the students, you don't give swimming pool to the students, you don't give them the full campus feeling, you can't grow. So MIT actually invested in the infrastructure. So this is full-fledged campus. If you go to Bangalore, it's about 100 acres campus. And the first international school, Harrow School, which is one of the reputed schools, where it's fully functional now. Similarly, when we are talking about a partnership with Melbourne, University of Melbourne, we are talking about this kind of partnership, that we should be able to give students research facilities, we should be able to give them the infrastructure, we should be able to give them exposure where they can interact with the industry, where they can actually grow, not just 10,000 or 20,000 square feet of area where they are sitting only in the classroom attending classes and then going back. These are our global campuses. Wherever we have gone abroad, you will find that we have got wonderful campuses. This is our 27 acres campus in Dubai, which also got the award of best infrastructure in the Middle East. This is a photograph of the chancellor of this university, Dr. Atul Chauhan, who himself is a product of London School of Economics, a technocrat who has brought lot of innovations in this university. This is our Singapore campus. This was earlier the building of Chicago Business School, and this is our new building, which is at Orchard Road in Singapore. This is our London, which is a heritage building, and we use the infrastructure of University College London, Berber College. This is our new university in Uzbekistan. The Prime Minister and the President of Uzbekistan, they came to India and they requested at that time Government of India that we want first ICT university to be created in Uzbekistan. At that time, our founder and our chancellor gave them a commitment that if government wants it, then we are going to open it in Uzbekistan. And I remember that we went along with our chancellor and trustee, Mr. Amol Chauhan, who's now very ably leading it, and started looking at that how we should be able to create this university. Not only that we created this world-class university, Dr. Khatri is sitting, who was the first director of this institution and is now working as additional pro-vice chancellor of this university. We got a very good number of students. About 2,000 students are a part of this ecosystem now. Similarly, we have got degree awarding powers in Mauritius. This is our campus in Netherlands. Again, we went on the invitation of the government of Netherlands to Amsterdam. They provided us the infrastructure and we created our school and campus there. This is our Word School in Abu Dhabi. Again, one of the leading schools of Middle East in Abu Dhabi. This is our campus in New York. It's 175 acres campus with a private beach. Again, focusing more on research, where we got some fabulous collaborations with University of Columbia, Princeton, NYU, where our scientists, they are working day and night. Dr. Silva Murthy has played a very important role. He keeps on flying there. Next month, we are again organizing first ever conference with IEEE, which is again a high-powered conference where Princeton and NYU, they are our collaborators. Under the New Colombo plan, we feel so proud. So you can see my first is Australia, New Colombo plan, where we have been able to attract large number of students from Australia. And this is our desire that we should be able to build a partnership where large number of students from the University of Melbourne can be part of our ecosystem also. And there are a number of scholarships we are offering to the students. If you want some research projects to be given with the industry, we can look at that, and we can jointly create those ones also. Under the US aid program, we have been able to invite large number of US students. Similarly, under the Erasmus Plus and UCARI, uh, we are the largest partner of British Council. We have been able to call large number of UK students also to India. This is a photograph of our last group, which came from UK in November. We do ambassador lecture series where the ambassador of Australia has come quite often, has spoken to the students. Similarly, other ambassadors have spoken. We do Nobel laureate series. Under this series, the idea is to call some of the leading scientists, social thinkers, and those who have contributed in the area of research and open in their name the Center of Excellence. For example, we have Muhammad Yunus Center of Excellence, Sir Richard Roberts Center of Excellence, Kailash Satyarthi Center of Excellence, Professor Sir Harry Kroto Center of Excellence, Professor Vern Arbor Center of Excellence, Professor Yuan Lee Center of Excellence. And they come, they spend some time in the campus and become the inspiration for our scientists. And that is the reason that H index of this university is growing almost every day. The research index, the impact factor of this university is tremendous. We have more than 300 honorary professors who interact with our students and our researchers day and night. We feel that whatever we do it for industry and for the community. We will give you a round and we'll show you what we have been able to create as an incubator. One full building has been allocated to incubator, where more than 300 companies have been incubated from this very campus. We have got a skill center, programs almost in every area. I think that you had questions when we were having virtual calls that who will be teaching. 6,000 full-time faculty members and 6,000 adjunct faculty members. So plenty of faculty members who are specialists. You will get a chance to interact with them. Very strong in mathematics, very strong in applied mathematics, very strong in physics, very strong in engineering, exceptionally strong in biotechnology, exceptionally strong in international business, in AI, and you will find in all social areas, including the mental health sciences, on which we have very recently done a conference in Australia. Every student of MIT, they have to compulsorily take up one foreign business language. That is a focus on internationalization. And you will find our research centers across the world. And there's not a day when the industry is not coming. When we are giving you around, you will find many companies on the campus today. They are visiting and looking at the students. Also, there are ample number of opportunities which exists between Melbourne and MIT to do joint consulting and training. We are the largest partner of Government of India. So this was another area which we spoke when I was in Australia, that we can look at that how we can jointly do projects, jointly do consulting and training with the University of Melbourne. As Dr. Chauhan says, that whatever we do, we should do for community. So whatever, we are not for profit university. The passion of this university is to give back to the community. So we do 3,000 students free of cost, right from the nursery to their postdoctoral level. 2,000 girls, which come under Amitasha, which is very ably done by our chairperson, Dr. Amita Chauhan, and Atulasha, where we do give free education to 1,000 boys. The vision of the university is to create research-driven, innovative, vision-driven universities. 35 universities in the country. Today we are having 13. 100 campuses across the country and 50 campuses across. Thank you so very much. It was such a pleasure to welcome.
Thank you so much, Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, for his commendable mention of MET overview and academic and student immersion opportunities, which both the universities can take forward together. With this, may I humbly invite Professor W. Selvamurthy, the President of MET Science, Technology and Innovation Foundation, Amity University, for his presentation on research and innovation. A huge round of applause, please.
Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok Chauhanji, who is watching this program, who has in fact given a structure to the deliberations. And in the morning, he had a conference call with Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, Professor Gurinder Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Balwinder Shukla, and myself. So he is expecting a lot of fruitful outcome from your visit here. So Founder President himself and the chancellors have attached, and all of us in Amity have attached a lot of significance for your visit. I'm sure the great university, which stands very high in world ranking, not only in QS, Times Higher Education, Nobel laureates you have produced, you have made a great impact on quality education, research, innovation. So it's a great honor to host you here. And so we are privileged to have you with us today. And I hope your stay will be very fruitful. And also it will bring great outcomes for both University of Melbourne and the Amity Education Group. So Professor Gurinder Singh, I should say a few words about him. He is the man who takes Amity to globe and brings globe to Amity. So this person who has brought you here today, and he has taken Amity in the internationalization arena. If you see the world ranking, QS, THE, in international relations, international research collaborations, Amity stands very high. That's because of Gurinder Singh. And also he has brought up many in partnership. More than 350 MOUs have been signed, including the one which we are University of Melbourne, which we are looking at. So this is a great initiative, Gurinder. Let's compliment Gurinder. Let's give a big applause to Professor Gurinder Singh for this great initiative. And he, founder president, has a big vision that he wants to give a foreign exposure to every student of Amity. We have 250,000 students. So the study abroad program and free continent program, and every program is being given a big focus here for internationalization. So I'm sure we'll be delighted to look at expanding, deepening our relationship with the University of Melbourne, and not only for student exchange, not only the faculty exchange, but also to look at research and innovation collaboration. So your visit today, Professor Andrews, and also Professor uh, Deborah King and Professor Rose Gall, and also we have very distinguished our own person, Miss Juhi Ahmed. So thank you very much for being with us. I'll take you and give a little glimpse. Professor Gurinder Singh has given a wonderful exposure to what Amity Group, Education Group is all about. And we also privileged to have Professor Balwinder Shukla, and she is the Vice Chancellor of this biggest campus in the Amity Education Group. And she is having 45,000 students. And that is one of the biggest numbers in our education group. And she has been with the group almost like 28 years with founder president and built what Amity today, whatever was presented. So let's give a big clap to our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Balwinder Shukla, for this wonderful leadership which she is providing at Amity University of Uttar Pradesh. So with this preamble, let me also take you through some of the presentation. So you are visiting at a very opportune time when India is looking at how do we enhance the gross enrollment ratio in higher education from 28% what it is today to 50%. So it cannot be done only by 1,200 universities. So how do we connect with universities like University of Melbourne and other universities across the globe to achieve this target of gross enrollment ratio jumping from 28% to 50%? So that's an opportune time. Our middle class strata, which can afford higher education abroad, is expanding very fast. So the affordability for higher education abroad is growing. So that is yet another opportunity. The third opportunity is that today the national education policy have given all the flexibility which a university can look at in India. So that is where dual degree, joint degree, campus and campus, name anything, it's available today. And India is looking at, and Amity has strongly implemented this, the national education policy. So this is a great opportune time when we can look at how do we build a strong partnership, not only for students, but also for the research and innovation. So let me give you a little glimpse of what is all Amity all about. So I welcome the distinguished delegation from the University of Melbourne, which stands very high in QS ranking, as well as was mentioned by Group Vice Chancellor, 13th in QS. And some of the attributes, some of the disciplines, it stands very high. And I'm so happy that you are here. And certainly Amity is also rising very fast in the last 2.5 decades. We have reached new pinnacles, which I'll give a little glimpse in research and innovation. Founder president was already introduced. And he's master's in chemistry. Then he went to Germany to do his doctorate in chemical engineering. He stayed there for 28 years, learned all the best of the best, the culture of the best of the best. And then whatever he learned over there and whatever he earned over there, he came back to India and invested in research and innovation. When the reunion happened between East and West Germany, he was the largest non-European investor in Europe and in Germany. So that is what is the power of this great man, a great visionary and a great leader, and also who has given a new paradigm for higher education in India. So Founder President, our salutation to you. And his vision is, how do you create a happy world through our students, faculties? So his vision is to churn out the future global citizens who are endowed with knowledge, including spiritual knowledge, skills including soft skills, good behavior, sanskars, values, resilience to face challenges in one's life. This is what is Amity education policy. Amity education policy aims around creating that future global citizens who in turn will create a happy world, peaceful world, healthy world, and prosperous world for everyone. So that is his vision, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, the founder president. Already the chancellors were introduced, Dr. Atul Chauhan, and who has given a new paradigm and leadership to our education group, a young leader, charismatic leader, and a product of University College of London for engineering, London School of Economics for management, a combination of engineering and management degrees. And Dr. Asim Chauhan is a product of Wharton Business School. Mr. Amol Chauhan, who directly works with founder president, is a product of Harvard. So this is what is the governance of our university. So all the trustees are highly educated and they are governing with total dedication to the society. So our salutation to all the trustees who are managing funding.
The Indian Intellectual Property Office of the Government of India has conferred the National Intellectual Property Award 2020 on Amity University for Top Indian Academic Institution for Patents and Commercialization, a reflection of Amity's commitment to research and innovation.
This is one of the indicators that we are the largest academic institution, a university filing the largest number of patents. As was mentioned, we are close to 2,400 patents filed by Amity University. This award was given by the Minister of the Commerce and Industries, Mr. Piyush Goyal, and also Minister of Science and Technology on another occasion on Defense Conclave, and honored our founder president, Dr. Chauhan, who is receiving that award. So we have been receiving the award almost every year consecutively, the intellectual property rights. When you look at the programs, we have more than 300 UG's University Grants Commission recognized UG, PG, and doctoral program we run in our university. You name any area, we are there. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics, applied sciences, and also in space science, defense science and technology, and also nuclear science and technology. You name any discipline, niche areas, AI, ML, DL, and virtual reality, augmented reality, name everything is there. Law, education, and also humanities. So it's a multidisciplinary university. All our 13 university which you mentioned is multidisciplinary. It's not single vertical or silos. So we have kept a porous transdisciplinary mixing of all the groups. So that is how we have created our university. 250,000 students, 250,000 students in all our campuses, 10,000 faculties, more than now 5,000 PhD scholars in all our campuses. So we have published 45,000 research papers. Today the H index of our university is 174, which is for a young university which is only 20 years young. It is very high, 174. And we have filed almost close to 2,400 patents, and we have transferred 35 technologies to industry. That shows we are translating. So we are giving a focus on translational research, and culmination of our research has to be in a product, technology, or a process, or an advancement in scientific knowledge. So we created all the research ecosystem processes required, like connectivity with all our stakeholders, IPR, cell for patents, copyrights, trademark, all those, and then Directorate of Innovation and Technology Transfer, and also Technology Enabling Center to mature a technology. If it is TRL level 3 or 4, how do you take it to 6 or 7 so that it matures to go to the industry? So we created a Technology Enabling Center, the Entrepreneurship Development, and also Incubation Center. So all these processes and the structures required for promoting innovation. Then we brought people like Professor Gurinder Singh, Dr. Balinder Shukla, Dr. Khatri, and all those distinguished people sitting over here. We brought very senior people and also young, energetic, sitting at the second rows. And these are, so we blended the senior people with high experience, knowledge, wisdom with the young, energetic workforce. That created magic for us to grow. So these are some of the luminaries whom we brought as an intellectual capital. Then we also brought Ramalinga Swami Fellows, Ramanujan Fellows, Inspired Faculties, Fulbright Scholars. So all these people, we blended these two forces together. So that created a very good outcome for us. So we have almost about 50 of them in our campus, all these fellows. These are re-entry fellows. After spending about 10, 15 years abroad, we brought them to Amity. Then we also brought a force multiplier effect by connecting with honorary professors, honorary doctorate awardees from Amity University. I have picked up a few of them to show. And so this also gives value addition. They come and interact whenever they are in Asia or whenever they are in India, that they come and rub shoulders with our faculties and scholars. And then we created infrastructure, R&D infrastructure required, both in the laboratory as well as in the field. We created those structures which are required. So we brought people, built the research infrastructure. Some of the labs will look like this. So when you visit, you will see some of the BioInno lab, which is molecular medicine and stem cell research, FACS facility for cell studies, CD4, CD8, NK cell, PHA activities, can measure atomic absorption spectrophotometers, scanning electron microscope, you name anything which we have. And now we are going to have NMR, 400 megahertz, NMR, we are getting it, and also X-ray diffraction. So all these facilities, we created R&D infrastructure. Some of them you will have a glimpse today. Then the founder president created missions to drive this. The mission connect. We have to connect with people within as well as outside Amity Education Group, including abroad. So the mission actually connect with people in different disciplines. Then that brings synergy to that organization, our partners, and also to Amity Education Group. It brings synergy, then ultimately leading to outcome. Because this is the most important mission, that whatever we do today, if you are here, what will be the sustainable outcome for you as well as for us? This is how we have the missions which drive the whole system to energize and operate together to achieve. Then we have a mission space, mission hydrogen fuel. So all these are specific missions we have. This is the Technology Enabling Center, about which I mentioned. We have the incubator, which is incubator more than 1,000 companies. The startups have come out from this, many startups. They are doing extremely well. 14 exits have taken place from our incubator. We have Amity Venture Capital, which is available today. So if a student or a faculty has a brilliant idea, we can invest. We take equities, 10 to 15% equities, and handhold this incubatee, as well as the entrepreneur, young budding entrepreneur. Now coming to, these are some of the incubators who are doing very well, which has come out from the portals of our incubator. Then we also connected very strongly with the industry, which we are still expanding. Like Tata Technologies, they have put up 3 facilities here: automobiles, aerospace, and also robotic manufacturing. So their engineers are here, 8 of their engineers, to groom our students. So this is how we bring industry to our campus. Not only we connect with industry for collaboration and placement, internships, but we also connect with them for research and innovation as well. So we have more than 312 MOUs. Major credit goes to Professor Gurinder Singh, who is now having 120 national MOUs with government departments like Defense Research and Development Organization, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Indian Council of Medical Research, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. So all those government departments, it's very rare. Only Amity University has MOUs with directly with the departments of the government. And also with hospitals, IITs, we have a consortium, Indian Institute of Technology. We have at least 8 of these IITs. We are united together as a consortium. So the verticals we built include data science, which is very important, and you come from data science, nanotechnology, robotics, astrobiology. We are the first one to send the first biological payload from India to space for Amity University, Maharashtra, Mumbai. We put a callus of a vegetable plant, which is spinach, which is to look at shooting, rooting, callus formation, and the growth pattern and plant physiology in low gravity or hypogravity conditions. So our payload is there in space now and is doing very well. So the astrobiology is a strong group. We created a Mars analog station to study if a person has to inhabit the Mars environment. What are the challenges? We have a simulation in Ladakh in Himalayas at 4,000 meters. So we have created such kind of astrobiology research, which is very unique. Cybersecurity, space science, spintronics, artificial intelligence, photonics and optoelectronics, sensors, food and agriculture. And that is Professor Andrew's vertical. I'll mention about some of our research being done in that area, and bioenergy and biofuel is yet another vertical. The other important areas of our expertise include computational biology, cancer biology, we have a very strong group, translational research, molecular medicine, stem cell research, genome engineering, neuroscience, again a big group, virology and immunology, click chemistry, something unique which we established. I think this is the first university to establish a separate institute, Amity Institute of Click Chemistry, and drug design and discovery, and ocean atmospheric science, Indian systems of medicine. These are some specializations and verticals we built when we are growing horizontally. We also built verticals in these domains. Now, just to give a little glimpse of our research, artificial intelligence, we have put a 10 petaflop computing capability. You will be seeing it perhaps today. So we are doing a project for the Defense Research and Development Organization. How do you identify a person in a crowd or a mob using images, including CCTV camera images? So how do you spot the individual? So we have done a project using occluded vision, skeletal configuration, gestures, and also gait, the walking pattern, gait of the people. You will be precisely say this is the individual, or this is the group of individuals you can identify from a mob. So this is a tremendous security applications for particularly homeland security. We created nuclear security lab, US Department of Defense. They have established a $1.2 million investment here on nuclear security capacity building. How do you groom people as first responders? If there is a nuclear incident, accident, or nuclear terrorism, how do we respond? How do you secure the nuclear assets in the civilian sector? So we are building this through this program with DETRA, Defense Threat Reduction Agency. They have put $1.2 million investment. So I know the Quad is a very important strategic partnership with Australia. So we are US strategic partner, and I'm sure this kind of collaboration is very necessary for us for the building our prosperity. This is the artificial center, 10 petaflop, and this is the NVIDIA system, A100, which we have put now. This is the first phase. We are augmenting to 60 petaflop. So that will have a very high computational research capability. Then we have a center of excellence, which I mentioned in astrobiology in Maharashtra, Amity University, Maharashtra. Space science, we have tremendous strength, which we have built over a period of time. We have Amity Institute of Space Science and Technology, which is looking at how do we use AI in health monitoring of the spacecraft as it flies. Can it monitor by itself the health of the spacecraft? And if there's any problem, can it correct? So we have given that type of research. Then debris management, there are 37,000 debris floating around in low Earth orbit, which is of the size of more than 10 centimeters. So we have a project running with Indian Space Research Organization, which looks at the size, shape, velocity, the orbit in which it is moving. So we are doing a project on debris management. Similarly, we are doing a project on health monitoring of the Gagannauts, the astronauts of India, Gagannauts. So such kind of research, we have a very strong space science and technology vertical. Then we also have a strong nanotechnology, nanomaterials, nanotechnologies, nanoelectronics. We are working on biosensors, like for detecting the hemoglobin, as well as for detecting triglycerides, lipid profile, and also the total cholesterol. So I'll just run through so that I won't take, I'll finish it in another 5-6 minutes. And these are some of the just glimpse I'll carry on. And these are the mobile integrated handheld organic pesticides. Because normally pesticides are being used, so it is sticking to the vegetables and fruits. So if you are going to buy a vegetable, can the user look at whether there is any deposits of organophosphorus compounds, which is pesticides, sticking to the vegetables and fruits. So we have developed a handheld which you can put it on the mobile, your own mobile, and then you will be able to measure it. So this has been developed, a device has been developed for OP compounds, which is also an agent, which is chemical warfare agent. Then this is also the biomolecule of nanocomposites for deep wound healing, like diabetic wound healing. As I said, cancer biology, we are looking at cancer stem cell because every person attacks cancer cell. But we are looking at cancer stem cell because even after surgical removal, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, cancer recurs because you have not removed the stem cell. So Amity research is attacking the cancer stem cell using a triple conjugate, a known anti-tumor agent, curcumin, and folate. Folate gives the signature of the cancer stem cell, and also the curcumin subdues the toxic effect, chemotoxic effect of the anti-tumor agent. Then curcumin also sensitizes the cancer stem cell membrane to take the triple conjugate in. So this research has successfully gone through in vitro, in vivo. Now we are doing the preclinical safety studies before we get into the phase 1 clinical trials. So these are some of the areas, and hydrogel nanotubes for cleaning the ocean, L-DOPA for Parkinson's disease, herbal hand sanitizer during the COVID. Then we have developed an AI platform. If you have 300 molecules, you want to downstream to potential 2 or 3 molecules for vaccine development. We can do that by the platform developed by Amity University, AI platform, which will do the downstreaming and identifying the potential successful, effective, and safe the vaccine. So this is another platform which we have developed. And similarly for X-rays, for infection, inflammation, you will be able to measure. Agriculture, Professor Andrews, this is your area. And in agriculture, Amity, because India is top 3 in many of those cereals, pulses, horticulture produce, medicinal plants, and also eggs, fisheries, everywhere in top 5 or top 3. But then in productivity per hectare is low. So Amity research is focusing on that. How do you enhance the productivity per hectare? So we are looking at microbial technology. Piriforma spora indica, which is a root endophyte, which gives protection against the abiotic stress. And like low water availability, high temperature, low temperature, salinity of the soil, alkalinity of the soil. So it enhances the abiotic stress tolerance and also biotic stress tolerance to specific plant pathogens. So this is one area. And 8 industries have taken this technology, including one in Taiwan, Sainon Corporation. So this is on the productivity. Now we have come out with another H1B9, which is a consortium of microbes. In addition to Piriforma spora, we have also put other 2 bacilli. So we have developed a microbial consortium to increase the productivity. The second area is the post-harvest, because we have a big post-harvest loss, particularly in horticulture produce, because of the tropical climate. The increase in temperature, humidity spoils the vegetables and fruits. So we have developed 3 methods. One is the zero energy cooling chamber for poor and marginal farmers who will have 1 acre, 2 acre land. So he can create a double wall brick structure, put the husk over it, and water keeps dripping in the air space. So the temperature goes down by 10 degrees at least. And then you keep the vegetables over there in the field itself. So this is what is a simple, frugal solution we have given to our farmers, so he can keep to enhance it by 7 days to 10 days, by which he will be able to sell it. Then the second thing is we have developed a cooling system, which is known as AmiCool, which is a sensor which will measure the ambient temperature outside and the temperature which is required inside the cooling chamber. It will optimize and economize the power consumption. This is the second contribution. Third contribution is reversible blocking of ethylene receptors. Ethylene is very important for ripening of fruits. So we have done research on papaya, mango, and banana. how do you increase? Because these are perishable fruits. So we have done it by reversible blocking of ethylene receptors by using a chemical known as MCP1, which is safe, which doesn't percolate into the vegetables and fruits. So this is another research to enhance the shelf life. So post-harvest is a very strong group we have. Then we are also looking at how do you double the income of the farmers. So this is the product which has gone to 8 industries. It is there in the market. Farmers are using it with wonderful results. This is the consortium which I mentioned of the endophytic solution. Then we also do research on oceanographic and atmospheric science. Our scientists have gone to Southern Ocean research, Antarctica. We have participated in 3 expeditions. So we do research. Our Amity Center is there in our Indian station there in Maitri as well as Gangotri. So we have been doing this research continuously on the ocean research as well. Then we also have our Indian systems of medicine like yoga, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani. So how do you place them on a scientific pedestal? Doing controlled experiments to looking at prophylactic, promotive, and curative potentials of Indian systems of medicine. This is yet another area, including homeopathy research, which we do here. Then we also have a frugal solution for water purification. Because everywhere when you go, you don't get these water bottles in villages or in remote areas. So how do you give them potable water? So we have done a simple frugal innovation. How you take the pebbles, etch them to give greater porosity, impregnate the silver nanoparticles into those pores by plasma process, and then put it in a container. So keep dipping that in this water for 2 minutes, which is minimal retention time required to kill the microbes. So silver nanoparticles kill the microbes, but it doesn't leach into the water. That is how we have immobilized it into the. So this is, I'm just giving a glimpse. Similarly, biodegradable plastics is another area. We are generating electricity from wastewater. And so these, and then I will conclude in 3 more slides. Amity Dubai, we have in Amity Dubai a ground station because we want to get all the data from existing satellites and to our ground station so that our students, faculties can make use of it to derive a knowledge out of it. Because you have a wealth of mind of knowledge available there. So we are now doing a research. Then we're also looking at if there's disturbance, ionic disturbance at the stratosphere or ionosphere, how does it affect the data transmission from satellite to ground station? So we are doing such kind of research in Amity, Dubai. And so this is the Amity contribution. We are going to send this year a CubeSat, which will go to measure the atmospheric and pollution level. From Amity University, we are sending the CubeSat. These are technologies transferred. 35 technologies have been transferred to industry. Now, the last slide. This is what Founder President Vision, who gives the biggest focus for research and innovation. He wants to see India by 2030 as a knowledge superpower. So we have to generate new knowledge, secure the knowledge, and also apply the knowledge for wealth generation and solving problems. I quote Founder President Dr. Ashok Chauhan, and I can say with pride that my scientists, my researchers move with this confidence that they will do wonders and will add to the growth of the nation. And this will help making India not only a knowledge superpower, but also a general superpower, unquote, Dr. Ashok Chauhan. Thank you very much for this listening to us, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you so much.
You want to play the video?
In fact, Founder President wanted to play a video on space, just 4 to 5 minutes. This is a film Founder President himself navigated and made the film, and Shefali Kashyap is sitting there, and she made the film with the guidance of Dr. Ashok Chauhan, the Founder President. Just
And Dr. Silvapurthy, Professor King is saying that my son-in-law is a doctor, right? And a medical doctor, and he has many questions on alternative medicines. So maybe that she's going to speak to you later.
I will teach you yogas. And I have done research on the prophylactic, promotive, and curative potentials using physiological, biochemical, psychological, and clinical studies.
Dr. Silvapurthy and myself, we were in the University of Chicago. So, and he gave a presentation and basically on yoga and on meditation. And then people said that forget about presentations, you teach us yoga. So we were on one side, and Dr. Silvapurthy, remember that there were about 30 of them, They came on the floor and Dr. Subramurthy told them pranayam and how to do yoga. Good days.
Maybe next visit we'll teach
Yeah.
you.
But now next time to Australia.
Over the last decade, under the visionary leadership of Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Founder-President, Amity Education Group of Universities and Institutions, have made path-breaking research and academic achievements in the field of space, science and technology. Driven by the vision of Founder-President, Chancellors, Dr. Atul Chauhan and Dr. Asim Chauhan, led the research and development endeavors in space, science and technology, significantly contributing to India's space mission. Amity's advanced research infrastructure includes the Amity Institute of Space, Science and Technology, Amity Institute of Aerospace Engineering, Amity Institute of Geoinformatics and Remote Sensing. Amity Center for Excellence in Astrobiology has undertaken research to study the first biological payload in the form of callus of a vegetable plant is being sent to evaluate the plant growth in space environment. The Center for Ionosphere Studies was created with support from ISRO to study the equatorial ionization anomaly CREST. An Amity Center for Artificial Intelligence, in addition to Amity School of Engineering and Technology, provides high-speed processing for machine learning, deep learning and data science, supporting space data analytics. These institutes, while churning out skilled, competent workforce in space sector, are focused on the research and innovation. AI-based ship detection with optical imagery strengthens maritime security and surveillance, while SAR image processing identifies unlit dark vessels. Mars Analog Station at Ladakh tests extremophiles in Mars-like conditions. The Earth and Space Exploration Program, ESEP, was jointly hosted by Amity University, Mumbai and Cosmic Adventure Private Limited in Leh, Ladakh to simulate Martian environment and understand the human behavior in such challenging environment. Amity University has expanded internationally, advancing space research, and at Amity University, Dubai, Dr. Atul Chauhan had established a satellite ground station, enabling students to receive valuable data from satellites, particularly with the objective to predict climatic conditions and support UAE's Environment Vision 2030. Under the visionary leadership of Dr. Mrs. Amita Chauhan, Chairperson, Amity International Schools secured first place at NASA's prestigious International Space Settlement Design Competition, showcasing their excellence and innovation on the global stage consecutively for the last 5 years. Amion, the preparatory schools led by Mrs. Sapna Chauhan, is kindling and igniting the passion for space science even among the toddlers. Guided and supported by Dr. S. Somnath Ji, Amity University has deepened its collaborative partnership with ISRO through numerous impactful engagements.
I know that Amity University has been really a pioneering place where research and development, research and innovation go hand in hand with education.
Dr. S. Somnath visited Amity University, Bangalore to inaugurate the ISRO Amity Group Joint Workshop hosted by Amity University. The workshop highlighted critical themes including artificial intelligence, data analytics and astrobiology. During the collaboration, Amity leaders also visited ISRO's Bangalore facility, strengthening collaborative efforts in space research.
This is the program that we envisioned when I had opportunity to visit you at Mumbai. I'm really happy that we are able to have this workshop being conducted.
Amity University, in collaboration with InSpace, recently held a joint workshop on space, science and technology for researchers across the Delhi NCR region. Hosted at Amity University, Noida, the workshop attracted over 500 young participants. Amity actively participated in ISRO-led training programs and workshops and served as knowledge partner for the Indian Space Conclave and National Space Day 2024 in association with the Indian Space Association and ISRO. Guided by Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, and support from ISRO Chief Dr. Somnath Ji, Amity witnessed the visit of eminent space leaders from various space agencies like ISRO, InSpace, Indian Space Association, National Remote Sensing Center, and RRSC North, etc. And under their guidance, Amity is advancing its journey toward research excellence.
Founder President of the Amity Group, Professor Ashok Chauhan, who is not only a pioneering academician in his own right, but has carried the tradition of Indian education across the globe.
As we continue to explore the vast frontiers of space science and technology, Honorable Founder President has launched the Amity Space Mission, under which we are committed towards innovation, collaboration and excellence, and emerging as a major contributor for India's space aspirations.
I feel obliged to me that, as Dr. Selvamuthi told, the most important partner in your public-private partnership mission, and we will leave no stone unturned.
Thank you very much. Actually, we are aware of Melbourne Space Mission, which you have. Melbourne Space Lab, great job you are doing. So that was the encouragement for us, motivation to show this film, because your focus in University of Melbourne is also there in space. So thank you so much, and we look forward to partnership in that domain as well. Thank you so much.
What an impressive presentation. It speaks volumes about itself, and it also speaks the Amity University's passion about the value learning system as well as the research-driven university. With this, may I take this honor to humbly invite our Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla ji.
Most respected Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, a very esteemed guest from University of Melbourne, Professor Deborah King, Professor Andrew Dunan, Professor Rose Girl, and Miss Juhi Ahmed, my very esteemed colleagues, Group Vice Chancellor, President, STF Deans, Head of Institution, as well as team from the International Affairs Department. It's a very, very historic day at Amity University, and it's truly a pleasure of mine to extend very warm welcome to team from University of Melbourne. Our Group Vice Chancellor and our President STF both have made wonderful presentation, showing the Amity Education Group, its expansion, as well as the science and technology endeavors to realize the vision of Honorable Founder President to Amity to be among the top universities, not only in teaching, learning, but equally in research and innovation. And this vision was Honorable Founder President right from the beginning, when the first higher education institution was established in way back in 1995, the Amity Business School, where the university has came in existence in 2005 at this campus. And always Honorable Founder President emphasized that no university can really prosper and grow unless there is a research and innovation one side, connect with the industry, as well as connect with the global universities for benchmarking, collaboration, and giving the exposure to the student, to the faculty in the international environment, the culture, and that can happen only if you have the collaboration with the international university. And this comes from his extensive experience in Europe, for 30 plus years, and before he decided to come back to India and establish the Amity Education Group. And our Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, his mission has been how to provide the quality education, and that Dr. Singh and Dr. Murthy have shared the accreditation way back, the program level accreditation and the university level accreditations were initiated long time back so that we can benchmark where do we stand as a university with the best of the practices globally, and that helped us in a big way to improve our processes, improve our policies, and also that Honorable Chancellor, that he emphasized that partnership with the global universities are very important for the joint research, for the study abroad programs, for joint or the dual programs, or the India immersion program or the global immersion program, which Dr. Singh very ably is leading it for last several years. And me and Dr. Singh both joined Amity in 1998 January. Since then, he has been focusing on internationalization in a big way, and that's resulted into today when we say that more than 300 MOUs are across the globe, and that's because of Dr. Singh. Today, we have more than 700,000 alumni, out of which the 40% of alumni are across the globe. You name any continent, Amitians are there. And I'm really, really very thankful to the team from University of Melbourne. Dr. Singh has had the discussions with you at length. Also, some of our faculty has also met you earlier, but we are very keen that how this MOU which we have signed that translate into reality. So that today our team from the biosciences, biotechnology domain, from science and technology domain, engineering and technology domain, management domain, they will be interacting and discussing with you. We have gone through the program structure, the initial 2 years program structure which you have given, what courses to be taught. It's important for us to also understand what is courses, the syllabus is going to be taught 2 years at the University of Melbourne. That's very important for us to decide when we do, okay, what degree Amity University will give. We know that the BSc honors, advanced honors will be given by the Melbourne University, but what degree we will give it depends only after doing the course mapping, and that's what my colleagues are looking for. We had the initial discussion, Dr. Singh, myself, and some of the faculty. So that's the one area we would definitely like to know from you, and especially because this is the best of the time. The National Education Policy 2020, when came in 2020, it has really opened the many opportunities for the globalization. Bring that the multidisciplinary, holistic, outcome-based education, and also where the research is integrated in all the programs. Earlier, we used to have the 3-year bachelor's program. Now it is under the multiple entry exit. 4-year bachelor's program, BA, BSc are there in addition to the 4-year BTech programs, where the student have multiple pathways. They can take the just as an honors degree, or they can the honors with research. The students who are more focusing on the research, they can do that. Or and also that the whole curriculum is industry aligned. Even today, as Dr. Singh was sharing, we had 3 places. We have the career fair is going on, where at each place 30 to 35 industry experts are interacting with the students and sharing with that what are the career opportunities are in those companies, so the student can make up their mind which company they would like to explore the career opportunity for them or the internship opportunity for them. So this is a very integral part of how we work very closely with the industry. So there also we have the industry interaction, where we take the feedback of every industry to change the program structure, to change the curriculum, because focus is on skill development and employability of the students in the industry. And this was also the vision of our Honorable Founder President. You cannot really groom the student, develop the student, unless you are connected with the industry. And also the innovation and entrepreneurship. I think we have the greatest entrepreneur in Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, who has built such a great empire, and he always says that that innovation is extremely important. We should encourage our students to start their own ventures rather than only looking for the job opportunities, because once one start the a venture or startup can create the employability for many people. So there's a lot of strong ecosystem we have at Amity University, where Dr. Sivamurthy ji was also sharing in his presentation. And internationalization is also very integral part of the as per national education policy, that you can have the all kind of collaborations with the international universities, especially either for the joint degree or for the dual degree. And we are looking at the more into the dual degree program, so where that we can discuss that it has to be in the more or less in the same discipline, not in two different disciplines, as well as study abroad program, which is the oldest program we have got in Amity University. Then we have got the three continent program, also the very old program where the students are in India and in UK and USA, as well as we have the that training arrangement where the student can go and work with the study for one semester in the international university. And it's very popular here, the final semester students, they, because in the final semester the mainly are the major project or the dissertation, so the student can do their major project in the foreign university, and the way the credit will be transferred to complete their bachelor degree or master degree. So the bachelor degree student can then can advance to master's degree in the foreign university, or that a master's student can advance to the doctoral program in the foreign university. So these are the certain areas we are very keen to further explore with you, in addition to the dual degree which has been initiated. And I'm sure during your this visit, we will be able to finalize the discipline which is important, and which all the discipline we can do the dual degree, and also the course mapping, which is very important. Our Dean Academics and Additional Provost Dr. Khatri will be in one of the meeting. He will be with the HOIs and the faculty, and Dr. Chandradeep Tandon, another additional provost and Dean of Bioscience and Biotechnology. He will be there in the meeting, and Dr. Sunita Ratan, who is our Dean of Science and Technology, with her team. So they will be discussing on this area. One other side, Dr. Pandey, our head of engineering and technology, because there's a possibility is also the BTech plus the BSc advanced honors. So that also we like to explore. And myself, Dr. Singh, anyway, will be there for the discussions also. But it's important that our faculty discuss, deliberates whatever the gaps they find or they will look for. So I think this will be the best opportunity to discuss, deliberate, and finally conclude. Yes, these are the areas or disciplines we'd like to go ahead for the dual degree program, plus the other collaboration. Which once again I extend very warm welcome to the team University of Melbourne, and look forward working together and strengthening this relationship between the Amity University and the University of Melbourne. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla ji, for laying the foundation for the further deliberation of the meeting. And I hereby request Professor Andrew Renan, Director of Bachelor of Science, who is one of our esteemed delegates from Australia, to kindly come on the stage, please.
Well, thank you, Founding President, Vice Chancellor, and colleagues. And I can say that now because we've formalised an agreement and we go forward now in this partnership as colleagues. That was a wonderful address that we've had, several addresses this morning. It's great to see the enormous breadth of things that are being done at Amity University. Many of those things really resonated with me because I see the same things being done across the University of Melbourne, which shows that there's a really great opportunity for collaboration across a very broad range of areas. But I also saw a range of things here that were different, where we could learn a lot from you here at Amity. And the one thing that really stands out to me, and it stands out as I travel around India, which I do often, is the innovation and development of ideas, incubators and things like that, where we've got a huge amount to learn from India. It's a great pleasure to visit Amity. I've been to India many times. I've dealt mostly with public universities, which is where my India programs have been involved with. This dual degrees give the opportunity to work with some of the big private universities. Now, Amity has always been on the top of the wish list, and it's great to be here visiting. As I listened to the presentations this morning, there were two things that really stood out for me that I just wanted to reflect on. And the first one was excellence and the commitment to excellence. And we see that in a number of measures, but certainly by reputation, but we also in the measures by international rankings. And of course, Amity University has very high rankings. We're in ranking season at the moment. The QS rankings just came out a couple of weeks ago, and the University of Melbourne ranked number 13 in the world. So, yeah, and of course when we rank high, we always like to exploit the rankings, and they do give some measure. And of course, when you look at those rankings, the first dozen or so places are taken up by the usual suspects, MIT, Cambridge, Harvard, etc. And then there's Melbourne. And then when you look even to the next 10 or so places, you get into the 20s when you're talking about institutions like University of Chicago, Princeton. So if it's not quite 13 or 14 or 15, we sit there in very good company. And when you look at all of those ranking systems, they measure on a number of qualities: reputation, outcomes, globalization, and research. And that last one is a really important one. And it's the one that people often miss because they say, well, why is that so important to rank universities on research? We're sending our children to university to get an education. Surely they can get an education at any institution. And of course, the short answer there is no, because when you have universities which rank highly based on research, like Amity and Melbourne, it means that every one of your academic staff is at the cutting edge of their discipline. And when they teach their students, they teach it from the heart, not from the book. And when they're giving contextual examples, they're giving contextual examples of their own experience, not just the examples that are listed at the end of the chapter in the textbook. And that's a really important thing. And when we choose our partners at the University of Melbourne, we choose our partners very carefully, right? And we're pleased, of course, to be choosing Amity in this instance. So excellence is one. The other one is this notion of a very deep engagement and partnership. And we're here today to talk mostly about this dual degree in the Bachelor of Science Advanced Honours, but it's more about that than us. We're looking to build an enduring partnership with Amity University, which is going to last 20 or 30 or 50 years. It's not, of course, for me. I'm almost at the end of my career. It's for the next generation. And introducing your students to our students so that serves our countries well over the next generation. We see these undergraduate programs as just the first step in building a broad base of getting to know each other and trust each other that we can build other things on. We, of course, want Australian students to come to India for various exchange programs. Then we can build on joint PhD programs. Then the supervisors of those students get to know each other, and once they have that trustful relationship, they can establish some research connections, because we know that research connections are built on those one-to-one relationships. So this is just the very first step in a very long and engaging partnership. Unfortunately, I won't be around to see it into fruition, but of course, it's great to see the young academic staff being involved. And I think this is one of the things we really need to
discuss as we have these deliberations, not just the intricacies of the syllabus and the curriculum, which are important, but what are the mechanisms that we can put in place to make sure that our students get to know each other, our early career academic staff get to know each other, so that they can build this partnership for the next generation. And of course, that's true now. It's always been true, and it will be true into the future. We're really looking forward to the discussion here today. I know Roz is going to be back here tomorrow to discuss about agriculture. I'm sorry not to be joining that, because even though I'm a scientist, I actually also am a sheep farmer. And so I have sort of one hand in the agricultural domain. But once again, we're absolutely thrilled to be here. We're looking forward to talking with you today, and of course, keen to establish this connection really deeply in the future. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Andrew. And you rightly said the potential of synergy of both the universities, whether it's research-driven and the kind of pathways which can be laid forward for this collaboration. Now, may I request Professor Deborah King, Director, Bachelor of Science, Advanced Honours, and Professor of Mathematics and Statistics, to kindly come on the stage, please.
Thank you very much, and thank you so much for your very warm welcome. We're really overwhelmed by the work and effort that you've put into having us here today, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the conversation. It's unfortunate that we didn't get to meet you at Delhi last week, but this is certainly an event that we'll remember for quite some time to come. We're very excited about the prospect of the collaboration with Amity University, and I don't have too much to add to what Andrew said. I think he's really covered most of what we're thinking. But one of the things that struck me when Professor Singh was speaking was the aims and his vision for a partnership. And what I kept thinking about was they're exactly the same aims that we had when we went into this program. So that the idea is that when you had a partnership with the university, it wasn't just on one aspect of the university's business. It was about the education, it was about the research, it was about the faculty engagement, and it was also not just about the students coming from India to Australia, but for our students to come here and experience what it's like to be in India and at an Indian university. So all of those things, I think we're extremely well aligned in our thinking about what we can get from this partnership, not just what we can get as a university, but what we can get for our students and how that brings back into their future across both of our countries. So really looking forward to being able to get that up and running. Yeah, thank you very much again for having us here. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor King, and very nicely given points by Professor Andrew. I think that both of you emphasized on not only on the dual program where we are having a collaboration, but also looking at India immersion program, joint PhDs, guides from both the sides, and also the research opportunities which exist between both the universities. I think that wise senior people from our side, your side are here. May we request each one of you to first introduce yourselves so that everyone knows that who is here, and then we can have some focused discussions on lunch table, and we can make some groups, and then you can interact. A few questions like Dr. Shukla was asking that we know about the 2 years of the syllabus which the students are going to do, but I think that Professor Deborah in her deliberations since morning said that most welcome, that any inputs you require, you will be able to take that. But during your discussions, please feel free to ask and take their advice on any clarity if you have any questions. But let's close everything by today. But I would request each one of our very distinguished colleagues to introduce themselves.
Thank you very much. I'm Ros Ball. I'm the Director of the Bachelor of Agriculture for the University of Melbourne. unlike my colleagues Deb and Andrew, I'm actually based at the Dookie campus of the University of Melbourne, which is a 2,400 hectare farm, working farm. And so we have a variety of activities that involve agriculture on that, including cropping. We have a robotic dairy, and we have a large sheep enterprise. We run about 11,000 sheep in total. So, and Andrew lives actually just down the road from the Dookie campus with his sheep, but perhaps not as many as we've got at Dookie. It's my very first trip to India, and I am overwhelmed by the warmth and hospitality that we've been given today. So I thank you very much.
Tomorrow you will get an opportunity to meet Dr. Nutan Kaushik, who heads our agriculture department. And I think that we are very, very strong in agriculture research. A lot of innovations Dr. Sulamurthy in his presentations have highlighted post-harvest technology and agriculture innovations. And Dr. Chauhan has got a lot of respect for farmers. So you were saying that, but we have our own farms here, by the way. So if you get an opportunity, we'll take you to Manesar, to Jaipur, where not only that we are concentrating on farming, but doing a lot of agriculture research. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Singh. So Juhi is my name, and I support Faculty of Science, the academics from the Faculty of Science on the dual degree program. And quite apart from that, I work with other academics at the University of Melbourne. I'm based in Hyderabad, but I work very closely with Professor Ashok Kumar, who you referred to, and who with whom you signed the MOU between Amity and the University of Melbourne. So I'm very excited to be here, working with my colleagues. And I wanted to just particularly call out Dr. Selvamurthy, how wonderful your presentation was. I learned so much about all the work that you do, and I have lots of questions for you after this session. Thank you very much for welcoming us.
Give a huge applause to Ms. Juhi Ahmed. I think the more I speak to her, the more I see that how passionately and vibrant she is. But for our dual degree programs, I think that she was working very closely with their Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Ashok Kumar, who's a very good friend, and we met him in University of Melbourne. But we will have very frequent dialogues. I think that our academics have a lot of inputs and advice which can be given to them. But thank you so much for making it happen. We met last week at the Melbourne Centre. So any support you feel, this is what I think that our Chancellor also told when the Melbourne Centre was being created, and I personally went to greet everyone. Any support you require for this centre, we will be more than happy to give. Maybe that monthly events can be organized, but on behalf of the entire group, we want that Melbourne Centre should be the best. And any humble way you feel events to be organized, students to be consulted, they need to be introduced to the industry, their internship programs, their research introductions, we will be able to support. Thank you.
In case I forget, we have, as part of our program, a subject that the students can do in third year, which is a science internship project. And there is one in the Bachelor of Agriculture as well. Originally, when we had that program started, the students could pick an internship with a company in Australia. During COVID, things changed because students couldn't work in industry. So we had a version of that was an online internship. And also, if students were stranded overseas, they started doing internships overseas. And we've built that into the program now. So students can be in Australia. So that's another way we can collaborate. Some of our Australian students could be thinking about coming to India and doing internships here. So these are all ideas that are made possible when you have great partnerships. It's hard to do it if you're just an isolated university. But through our partnership with you, that could be something that we could realise for our students as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that we can. Absolutely. I think that. Absolutely. I think that we can do that. And we have been doing with the various universities, and we have some experience of working with the Australian universities also. The best thing in this university is that strong industry connections we have been able to cultivate. Dr. Shukla, who's a very able vice chancellor of this university, was actually earlier, she started up her career as a head of the Corporate Research Center. So her job was to to build industry relationships. So we will be very happy to do that. But as far as internship culture in Australia is concerned, I'm quite aware that every November, large number of students, almost every Australian students, they do their internships. Being my own daughter a student of Australia, so I know that what they do and how they are integrated in the industry. We'll be very happy to support it. We have got Professor Sunita Ratan, who will be introducing as the Dean of the Sciences, Dr. Sunil Khatri, who is the additional provisor of academics. I think Dr. Meghna, who has been working on the internship program, and Dr. Pandey, who have been working on these internship programs. We will leave to them to speak about. But very happy to create this special program for the University of Melbourne. We will sit down and we'll create and send you the proposal also.
We have very strong connect with the farmers, and we do a lot of extension activities, and then all the agriculture and food industries. We have a very strong connect. So tomorrow we are going to have the internship fair for the agriculture. The students also will be here on the campus. Also, I just want to share that I'm a daughter of a
daughter of a farmer.
Of a farmer. My father is agriculture.
I just wanted to thank Deb for bringing up the internship. I was going to mention that I actually run the internship program for the agriculture degree as well. And I encourage students to try and get international internships all the time, because I think they learn so much from seeing agriculture globally. And it's, as I say to our students, it's the one thing that everybody in the world has in common, that we all have to eat, and that we really need to look after our agriculture industries, but we need to do that in a sustainable way going forward. And so a lot of the research that you're talking about and what we're doing is very close to my heart. And like Andrew, I actually, my husband and I and my son also run a farm. We have a 3,000 acre farm that focuses on cropping and sheep. So not only do I live and breathe it in terms of teaching and my work, I live and breathe it at home as well. So I'm very focused around agriculture. I'm very much looking forward to talking more about that with you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yes. And so, very good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming to our university. I'm Sunita Ratan. I am Dean Science and Technology domain, where we've got physics, chemistry, mathematics, stats, forensic sciences, food technology, then nanotechnology, and then chemistry. We run both undergraduate programs like BSc level programs as well as MSc level programs. And recently, like from 2021, we have incorporated 4-year BSc program, and that makes the dual degree more feasible, because earlier it was challenging because we had 3 only. So now 4 years make it more feasible for us. That is one, and I'm very excited to know about this internship, because we have our summer internships for our undergraduate students, and we have 1 semester internship for our MSc or postgraduate students. So I think we can discuss more on these lines. And regarding the mapping of the BSc syllabi, we can discuss. I think it can be done, because now we've got a more flexible program structures for BSc and MS. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you at the campus. And as mentioned, we have a program structure which have a 4-year programs introduced in 2022-21, as well as according to the National Education Policy 2020. And we have this flexibility of the program structure where students can go abroad after the 2 years. So 1 + 2, 2 + 1, 2 + 2, 1 + 1 at the master's level. We're looking forward for mapping at the individual programs level, as said by Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam also, so that we can clearly come out with what exactly the courses expected to be done there at Melbourne University and what we are going to do at Amity University, and formalize the details. Thank you for being here.
So, Welcome to the delegation from University of Melbourne. I'm Professor Dr. Seema Bhatnagar. I'm representing Amity Institute of Biotechnology along with my colleagues here. We do have a lot of experience with the 2+2, 2+1 partnerships. We have examples in our institute where we have established those partnerships, and students have a lot of interest to participate in such type of programs. In addition, I also take care of not only the international partnerships in my department, I also take care of the internships. And a lot of students do come to us asking for such opportunities. So that is another thing that I would like to discuss with your team, how we can have complementary arrangements where the students can participate in your programs, maybe virtually or maybe in person also. So there is a lot of interest for all those opportunities, and definitely we'll look forward to more mapping exercises so that we can have a good collaboration with your esteemed university. Thank you very much.
Seema is also a very known researcher and a very good teacher. Yes, like you were saying, Professor Andrew, that there are few teachers who speak by heart. So she teaches by heart and has got very rich experience internationally. She has taught in US also and has been on various international projects. So you're talking about the quality of the faculty. I think the qualities like this, they will be teaching in this program.
A very warm welcome to the team. I'm Dr. Navkiran Kaur. I'm faculty in MIT Institute of Biotechnology and a F2-Semianr member who is reviewing the program structures for medical biotech. So we will see with the mapping of the courses which are being taught at your university and see the alignment with our program. Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome everyone. So I'm the Deputy Director in the Academics Office, Anu Arora. So what I'm understanding is that I'm looking forward from the point of view that how the mapping, of course, discipline-wise and course-wise is going to happen with the experts. From the university point of view, and as Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am has said, how we are going to map it with the National Education Policy, the credits, how we are going to meet the requirement of the credits, how many are required over here, how many are required over there, and at the same time we are able to meet the requirement that has been set by the National Education Policy and the UGs. So I'm looking forward for that.
Good afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome to all the esteemed guests from Australia. My name is Nidhi Chaudhary and I am working as Center of Biotechnology and Biochemical Engineering in Amity Institute of Biotechnology. As I have seen that the primary interest is in agriculture because you are having a lot of area where you are working. My question is, we are talking about BSc, basically focusing on BSc. So by BSc, you mean research, applied research, or moving towards technology part? That is first one. Then I surfed your website just now and saw a program by BSc Bioscience. And do you mean like we have to map with BSc? I'm talking from AIB, I mean Biotechnology Department. So from technology point of view, we have to map, or from science point of view, that is research point of view? That is one question. Well, from agriculture point, I want to mention here an interesting a quote, which we Indians say, we bow to soldiers first, then to farmers, and then to science. This is the order what we follow. But when we talk of agriculture, actually it is the food which is the need of every human being, every living system. So the order must be, first we need to bow to farmer, then to soldier, and then to science. So we are looking forward to all the inputs which will be coming up in the discussion regarding internship and other dual programs. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to all the delegates. I am Prakhar Duggal, International Program Coordinator and a faculty at Amity School of Engineering and Technology. I'll be working alongside with Dr. Pandey, who is our HOI, regarding the mapping of the courses and exploring the internship opportunities for all our engineering students. Thank you.
Very good afternoon to the delegation of University of Melbourne and hearty welcome once again. I had attended this wonderful panel discussion in your center very recently. I think so. It was a wonderful discussion. I was really able to understand how University of Melbourne really functions and how committed they are. So I represent the Amity International Business School, and like Sir in his discussion has very rightly brought out, we are the number one as far as international business is concerned. Our USP is very simple: innovate as per the needs of the industry, and that is what has made us the number one international business school in the country. 7 to 8 years back, we sensed that what was the requirement of the industry, and we synced in the business programs with the new technologies programs. A lot of eyebrows were raised then. How could you sync these two, various things which are poles apart and all? But I think so it is bearing the results now. So we have programs like BIDA, which is Business Intelligence and Data Analytics. We have digital marketing. We have international business and AI separately, MBA and PB in both. So we are seeing the results now, like I said, and the industry is really taking these students from our institute and all. And these are a few programs which have seen a very continuous rise in that. So what I see from the perspective of business school is, I think so the opportunities are tremendous. Starting with things like joint projects, joint research, PhD guides. We can give our PhD guides to your PhD scholars and vice versa. And very rightly brought out the internship. A lot of our students are looking for internship. The internship cycle is just about to start. We have from May to June, 6 to 8 weeks and all. So I think so the opportunities are immense, and really looking forward to the discussion. Thank you so much.
I want to share with the members of University of Melbourne that the eldest daughter of our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Jahanji's daughter, Miss Soumya, she is studying in the area of epigenetic at Rice University, USA, and whole family in Amity University, the Chauhan family, the founders family, they're highly committed how to provide a good quality education and take the Amity University to a greater heights and make the world among the top universities. So the family members all have got the education from the foreign university to see that the best education in the other universities so that they can bring the best education here at Amity University. So I just wanted to share with all of you.
Thank you. I'm Meghna. I'm a professor of strategy, but also in addition, I take care of all international partnership and strategic collaboration, and I take care of all the academic mappings. I'm so happy today because there's a reason behind this meeting is the outcome of multiple online meetings, our physical meeting at Melbourne Center, and we are so happy that we could make it and we are here. We discussed so many topics, so many subjects. Of course, dual degree we are focusing upon. In addition to that, we discuss the student mobility inward and outward. We also talk about how our cohort can join Melbourne, how Melbourne cohort can join us, maybe a new Colombo plan wherein students can come here, explore the culture of India, explore so many things, of course, yoga, how to discuss happiness in their life, how to talk about happiness curriculum with the students. And in addition, Rose, I was so happy. You will also teach us how to not to have jet lag when you travel that you discuss. So we discuss a wide range of topics. We are very happy that we are here. I'm looking forward for this partnership, and very soon we very, very strongly see the synergy between us, not only on one or two aspects, as rightly said by Deborah, that it is not only on student mobility, it is not only on research, but the entire ecosystem. We can see a synergy. It feels today we are meeting physically for the first time, but as rightly Deborah said, when we were meeting online, it was looking, oh, this person must be tall or this person must be short, but we met, the things were very happy, and you're feeling as if we are part of for quite some time, and we are happy that we are here today, and we are very, very confident that we'll have a very, very fruitful outcome of this. Thank you so much. And we also look forward to the partnership. We are having IEEE conference there in Australia in the month of November. And of course, your support is immense, and we look forward to be as a partner there also. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Manoj Kumar Pandey, Director of MET School of Engineering and Technology. In our school, we have approximately 5,000 students and 150 faculty members, and offering various programs in the level of undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctoral level. Undergraduate is like for BTech programs, we have under 7 departments that we are offering. The namely computer science and engineering, information technology, artificial intelligence, electronics and communication engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, and civil engineering. We had a preliminary discussion about how we can collaborate with the various programs that you had already been given to us. Dr. Garima from our side was discussing before that, and we already had discussed about how the dual degree programs can be offered, and then now let us deliberate on how it can be converted to technology level. Because so far, what I could understood is this is regarding the sciences first one, and so we will be open for understanding how the dual degree program can be offered for the engineering as well. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Rear Admiral Alok Bhatnagar. I'm the Deputy Director General for International Affairs. Work very closely with the Office of Dr. Gurinder Singh that focus mainly on inward mobility of students. Just like you have chosen MET to be a partner, there are multiple universities around the world who are our partners. Most of them come here. Very few, unlike you, speak about your students being sent to MET. And that's very encouraging. And that's the right thing to do at this point in time, because India, and I don't get tired of saying this again and again, India is at this moment undergoing the most unprecedented transformation in the history of the free world. And I can go on for the next half an hour to give you data to substantiate this statement, but I'll just give you 2 examples. One, India is the only country who's doubled its GDP, 100% increase in the last 9 years. No other country comes anywhere close. The second is we have the demographic advantage over the rest of the world, not only now, but till 2070. These are 2 very big dividends that we can offer, and therefore it is very important for anyone in the world, especially students, to get to know India and come and spend time here. And therefore I would encourage you to get your students for our short program, which is the India Immersion Program, to start with. And thereafter, the dual degree program should facilitate not only MET students going to Melbourne University, but also Melbourne University students coming here. That will help your students to get an exposure of India and be part of the winning team that is India today. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Namaskar. I'm Dr. Shilpi Sharma from MET School of Engineering and Technology. A warm welcome to Professor Rose, Professor King, Professor Andrew, and Professor Julie. We really want to extend a warm welcome to you from Melbourne University. You have come over here. So, as a part of MET School of Engineering and Technology, we have students, as some mentioned, from UG, PG, and postdoctoral. We are really lucky to have an association for our PG students in terms of collaboration for internship, research paper for the faculties, and other collaborations we are looking forward. Thank you so much.
Very quickly, one-liner, Prateek. Prateek Deka is a very senior person from International Affairs, very ably looking at it. And then maybe one-liner from you, Prateek.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Prateek Deka. I look after foreign university collaborations and embassy relations. Looking forward to working together. Thank you.
Himani is not here, but Miss Himani and Preeti, both of them, they have been quite engaged in doing collaboration. So thank you so much. I think that most of the correspondence which takes place, it is from their desk. So,
Thank you so much, sir. And we look forward to a very fruitful collaboration with you. Thank you.
And thank you, everyone. I can see Ananya, Palvi, Aditi, Sheetal, and Dr. Tandon, and from Dr. Shukla's office, very able officer, Dr. Archana, who works day and night for looking at the syllabus. from the bottom of heart. Thank you, everyone. Very senior people who are sitting at the back. STIF team also in large number who works with Dr. Sunamurthy. We call them the warriors who always day and night work 18 hours a day. Thank you so much. I think the time is very short, so we'll not be able to introduce each one of them because then on the lunch table we have some discussions and we have a mementos and then also a round.
Yeah. Yeah, after the felicitation, then we will go to the one of the session which is going on, the industry fair. So we'll just show you that.
Thank you very much for a quick round of introduction and a commendable deliberation today. This will help us to take a step forward for a fruitful and productive collaboration of both the universities. Now, may I please request the team to take a step forward for the felicitation of our esteemed delegates. May I please request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Balwinder Shukla, and Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, Professor Singh, to kindly felicitate Professor Andrew and Professor Deborah King. To kindly felicitate a heartful welcome from the Amity University team. May I request to please felicitate Professor Deborah King. Thank you so much for leading the pathways ahead for a brilliant collaborations. May I please request Professor Rose to kindly step forward and kindly accept a small token of appreciation from Amity University family. A small token of appreciation. Thank you so much, the Australian team from University of Melbourne. May I request Ms. Juhi? And honorable stakeholders to kindly facilitate Ms. Juhi Ahmed, who has been joining the dots between both the universities. Thank you so much, Ms. Juhi. I'm short of words again to welcome our esteemed delegates. With this, I request the winding up of the program and also a request to the seated brilliant minds to ignite the pathways ahead and talk further about the collaborations and the path which get being laid forward. Thank you so much for your time again.